Hey guys, it's Noob here, host of Accurney 3, and welcome to our first Mappool showcase video of Accurney. This is a very exciting time for me. This is my first time editing, outside of the 5WC reveal video, if you know about that. But I had a blast making this, and I hope that you guys enjoy this little short form video that we made for y'all to showcase the Mappool. Without further ado, let's get to the maps. We start off Accurney 3 with a doozy of a song. Clocking in at about 173 BPM, this stream-focused map will really test your ability to not only aim old 2010 patterns, but also to keep your tapping hand very metronomic throughout the streams. The multitude of burst and shorter stream patterns present throughout this map test a key element of this game, streaming unstable rates. Keep your eyes peeled though, because right in the middle of the map there are some tricky sliders, and even a spaced 1/3 burst. This map is definitely worth the spot in an accuracy-based tournament. Let's see some of this map now. The second map of the Nomad pool is more focused towards the techier side of things. This map feels pretty tame at first glance, having mostly finger control and burst aim elements. But this map really kicks into high gear during the Kiais. The Kiais turn the conventions established at the beginning of the map and ramp them up to 11. The defining feature of the Kiais, and frankly the whole map, are the aim-oriented slider patterns that change slider velocity constantly. This forces the players to really be on their game in order to follow these wacky sliders. Mastery of these Kiai sections is key in order to take this point. The third map of the Nomad pool is the tried and true alternating focused map. This basic map requires a lot of control over aim across the very fast BPM. I applaud anyone who decides to single tap this, but I don't really recommend it. While this song is by far the most simple map in the pool, the still high OD 8.5 is really easy to chain hundreds together if you are not careful. I know to the tournament veterans out there, you're probably not that fond of the cookie cutter alt Nomad map at this point, but I ask you just to stay patient. I promise that this slot will get more interesting as the tourney progresses. The fourth map of the Nomad pool is the first definitive test of finger speed shown in this tournament. Clocking in at 223 BPM, the many bursts that litter the map are accuracy tankers if you are not careful. Don't think that you can get away with mashing through these bursts though, because accompanying them are reverse and buzz sliders that will punish you if your finger control is not on point. After approval from the mapper himself, we decided to increase the overall difficulty from 7 to 8.5, in order to make it more fit for a tournament of this style. Don't fret though. This map is findable on the OSU website. Don't worry about the dumbness or craziness that comes from unsubmitted sets. We would not subject you to that. The fifth Nomad map is a real doozy in terms of accuracy. Even though this map seems to be pretty trivial at only 5.13 stars, don't sleep on this one. This map's identity is in its finger control elements. There are 1/6 bursts that occur throughout the map, being stressed pretty heavily within the choruses. Furthermore, make sure that you can control your cursor enough in order to hit the stream aim elements around the map, like the space triples and even a circle burst. This map definitely tests the more niche skills that are developed from playing all sorts of unconventional maps. The final no-mod map in this pool is a little change of pace. With a circle size of 5 and an approach rate of 8, this map requires good reading and precision from the player. Littered throughout this old-style map are rhythmic challenges that test your ability to both read and aim jump patterns. The doubles that are abundant in the map also act as finger control checks to keep you honest. While this map is probably the easiest in the pool mechanically, the reading required for a map like this will require a lot of your attention. The hidden one slot of this tournament is reserved for hidden aim that also tests some of the more awkward aim patterns that this game can throw at you. This means awkwardly spaced streams, long sliders, and linear jumps. This map sets the precedent for this archetype perfectly, with 4 minutes of insane aim patterns and streams that slightly change their flow speed. This map is by far the hardest one in the pool in my opinion, but if you can master the skill sets in this map, you will be rewarded handsomely for it. Stepping down from the craziness that was Hidden 1, this slot is more oriented towards low approach rate reading, which will consist mostly of approach rate 8. This map has a little bit of everything, linear aiming, stream patterns, doubles, and many other elements. This is a very well-rounded map that will punish you if you're not comfortable with the very awkward reading that Area Hidden requires you to have. Be careful within the solo of this song, which holds a lot of the longer streams and finger control patterns. The last map of the Hidden Pool houses the elusive Technical Hidden map. This map starts out very tame, with some perfect overlaps on some simple patterns, and the motif of a triplet pattern, but as soon as the key ice starts, it ramps up with some aim-oriented sliders, very a la Treason from the Nomad Pool. The difference between this and Treason is that during the last key eye, the difficulty greatly increases. The last key eye requires not only really good cursor control, but also really good reading to hit the sliders and the perfect overlaps. This map is sure to separate the hidden technical players from the non-tech players. A classic Osu map, this slightly fast map is almost nostalgic for those around when it was considered a farm map. This map is about the most rhythmically simple map in the pool, but between the high OD of 10 and the aim required, this map is no cakewalk to hack. Keep in mind the solo section, which is the area that you are most likely to tank your accuracy due to the streams within it. Another classic map, especially for tournament veterans. This map is designed to test your comfortability on precision patterns and general nerve control. This is a very straightforward map designed to test the ability of our players to maintain accuracy while playing small, wide-angled patterns and short bursts even through the small circles. To round out the Hard Rock pool, we have a very interesting finger control map. This Hard Rock map is incredibly sparse in terms of density. This basically means that there are not many notes on the screen at a time, which makes this deceptively hard to read. The real star of the show, however, is the key sections, which house the hard finger control patterns that drew us to this map in the first place. While they are pretty easy to pick up and remember, they are very hard to act and keep composure on. This map is sure to test your ability to be versatile on OD10. The first double time map in this tournament is going to be reserved for the slightly fast consistency map, focused on fast aim accompanied by triples or bursts. This map is a test to both of these criteria, alongside a slight stamina side test with the map clocking in at almost 4 minutes in length. There's not much to say about this one, honestly. Just be ready to play some fast stuff in this slot. This map takes a different approach to the double time archetype. In pooling, we called the slot the speed stamina map, which aims to test exactly what it states, speed and stamina within one slot. This map has a lot of extended long streams in it, which at 210 BPM puts a lot of strain on your hands to maintain that speed over time. That doubled with literal doubles rounds out the map to be a great test of your higher BPM finger control. The name of the game in the last map of this pool is, you guessed it, another heavy finger control like map. Unlike a lot of the others seen throughout this pool, Elect has some speed aim, requiring you to aim many of the traditional patterns found in DT maps, as well as some of the more unconventional bursts that are really easy to miss on. Rounding this out with a lot of slider shenanigans, this map is sure to produce some good scores from players who put the time to learn this map. Imagine this. You are 45 minutes into a match. It's so close. You squeaked out a last minute point to take it here to tiebreaker. It all comes down to this map. Reverg doesn't mess around though in terms of testing skill sets. Combining an ever-changing BPM with a split set of streams, technical KIs, and even an awkward aiming section, this map makes sure that you are the better player. Nerfs can be the difference between a really clean play and a complete disaster. 2 players are going into the fray and craziness of this map, and only one is going to come out.